Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video and welcome back to the IPrintSwords series. Today we are going to be making Virtuous Contract from Nier Automata. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. This project is big. So big that it took 7 days and 7 hours to print. So big that once the project was complete, the sword was actually taller than me. And I know that there are bigger swords out there, but let's just hold off on those real quick. Some quick stats about Virtuous Contract. It had a length of 8.5 inches, a width of 5 inches, and a height of 77 inches. It only weighed 1 pound 16 ounces though. It used 828 grams of PLA plastic and 4 wooden rods. On screen right now you can see me going over all of the pieces of the project. As you can see, there were a lot of pieces, and most of them made up the blade. You may also notice that a few of the pieces are actually half white, half gray. This is because I ran out of white filament and I had to use my backup gray filament. There's even one piece that's entirely gray. As per usual, when I started gluing this thing together, I used Gorilla Super Glue to get the job done. However, this project was really hard to glue together because of the curved nature of the sword. I knew that this was going to be a problem going in, but I didn't really know how to prepare for it. I knew I couldn't use a metal rod like I usually do because metal rods don't like to bend, and I don't have any kind of bending tool here. So I knew I had to use wooden rods. But, as expected, the wooden rods would constantly try to bend themselves back to their original position. So I had to hold the pieces there as they glued for about 10 minutes per piece. And because of that, this project actually took around 3 hours to glue together. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you use clamps? Well, I tried to use clamps, but the wooden rods were actually too strong for the clamps. The clamps couldn't hold the pieces in place. The wooden rods just kept bending. This gluing process took so long that most of the footage that I have for this project is me gluing this thing together. I actually had to stop recording myself gluing this thing at one point, because I had to use both of my hands to hold the pieces in place while the glue dried. Anyways, enough about the glue. After the gluing was complete, I filled in every single gap with Crayola air dry clay. Then I hit the entire thing with some sandpaper and a white primer. Once the primer was on and dry, it was ready to paint. And this project did take a while to paint. I mean, it's a pretty big sword, what did you expect? I used 4 different paints for this project. I used Folk Art Metallic Silver Sterling, Folk Art Metallic Gunmetal Gray, Apple Barrel White, and Apple Barrel Black. This project didn't require many coats of paint. The most coats of paint that I needed was 3, and that was only on the silver part of the blade, and that's it. After those coats of paint were applied, I hit the entire thing with 2 layers of clear coat. Please enjoy the rest of the painting montage alongside some music I made. And to make the tassel at the end of the sword, I just cut up some balloon string and super glued it into place. With that final step, Virtuous Contract was complete. This is my biggest and probably the best project I've ever made, and I'm just incredibly happy with how it turned out. If you want to see some more projects from Nier Automata, oh boy, let me know in the comments. If you want this sword for yourself, or if you want a sword from a different piece of media, check out my website in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in episode 4.